Everybody can't take that one bitch. Oh shit, I gotta go.
On the way to the party, excuse us for the tardy. Had to pick up a Mari and cop some Bacardi. Bartenders pour some shots, so I'm starting to get high. You ain't the five-ish, I think not. You can't stand in this spot. Oh, out to the DJ. This a song you finna play. Let me grab that mic. Oh, I'm feeling right. Ain't no worries, ain't no stress tonight. We a little drunk, so be polite. Staring at me, oh, what a light. I guess you got some stage fright. So DJ, turn these lights all out. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the motherfucking After Zarty podcast. We back here on this Thursday motherfucking night at 8 p.m. And I'm so thankful that y'all let me in y'all house time and time again, like always, right? But again, like always, I don't go nowhere alone, because you know when bitches get drunk, y'all like to jump people, and I'm not getting jumped alone. I would never get jumped by myself, so I always bring somebody with me, right? And today, you know, I motherfucking pull up in my motherfucking whip, and I picked up my friend here, and you know, she's not rude, okay? We're not rude, I'm not rude, I don't hang with rude people, right? So make sure you go ahead and introduce yourself to them, tell them your name and stuff like that, so we all can know who you are, and then we got a little special thing for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So who are you, baby?
Hi, everybody, guys. I'm Carley Coy. We're up in here. It's H-Town. You already know it's going down with Zion.
Yes.
We're honored to be here. We're a little turned, for sure.
For sure, that's how you supposed to be. It's a Zarty, baby. All right, so like always, y'all, you know, we're gonna start off the thing with like a nice little shot, sip, whatever you wanna do, right? So I'm gonna take a shot, friend here gonna take a sip, whatever she wanna do, and then we'll get fucking started, and I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty, and then we got water, chasers, cups, shot cups, all the stuff you need, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take a shot.
Definitely fun. Go ahead. Take a shot. Get on our level real quick.
Okay. Ready?
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna take a big sip.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
Like a 3-second sip?
Yeah, however long you want.
Okay,
let's go.
Ready?
That was a big old sip.
That
was like a half a drink.
I heard
sip.
it gave us very much ASMR. I love it. But anyways, y'all. So, you know, I've got to tell y'all, make sure you take a shot too with us. You know, don't leave us hanging, y'all. So grab your Four Locos, your Alizé, your MD.222, your Lima Ritas, whatever you be drinking, because, you know, we still some 9-to-5 people, right? But, you know, it's income tax season. You know, people out here still getting their little PPP loans. I heard that's back. So go ahead, if you know you got a little money in your pocket, go ahead and get your Casamigos, your Patron, all that good stuff. Hennessy, whatever you got, baby. Shout out to you. I wish I could do it, can't do it. But anyways, how your year going?
It's been going good. It's more like, you know, it's just been very real.
Is that real?
Say that. Yeah.
Nah, facts. I've had a real year too. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the realest thing I've been dealing with this year is basically like, I don't know, like time management. My time management lucky been very terrible. And I feel like with time management, I just been gotta like more time to self, low key. Like my time management with self has been like poochetta, terrible. You got good time management?
No, definitely not. I'm like the wrong person to ask about that. I just made my friend wait like 50 minutes for me.
See, that's what I'm saying. So with time management, things like that, I feel like a lot of times, like, I be trying to do like a schedule. You know, okay, you ever seen somebody that's like be having their life on a schedule, like perfect fucking agenda? Like, I can't stand a bitch that got a planner, like a planner ass bitch. Like, bitch, why your life so together? Like, I can't stand a bitch that go to Target looking for planners and shit like that. Like, gives me anxiety that you have a planner, right? Because I feel like I had a planner, right? I have a planner out there, right? Bought it in December. Have I wrote it once? No, I have not used a planner not one time. But I plan on using that planner. We're in May. I plan on using it though. I promise I plan on using it. But I feel like a lot of times, the reason why I can't like use my planner and my agenda and stuff like that, because I feel like shit just be popping up. I swear, like I feel like a lot of my plans, like with my friends and stuff like that, like it legit probably be like made like 2 hours before we gotta go do it.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand. Like, I think that might be like for me a little bit of ADHD, like not being able to like stick to a certain
schedule
time,
and stuff like that. Facts.
Like thinking that I could do like thinking that I can get like an hour before I have to be somewhere is enough time to get ready, to take a shower, to get my outfit together, to do my makeup, to do my hair. Like for me, thinking like in my head, I'm like, well, it takes 10 minutes to do this, this, and this, and like that's not the reality.
Yeah,
so,
I be lying to myself thinking that too. I be telling myself like, oh yeah, it's gonna take an hour, knowing damn well. First of all, it takes me just an hour to fucking find decide I want to get up and do it. Like I'm the type of person I will legit lay in the bed until like
gotta take
the
a nap
last
before
fucking
you go
second.
everywhere. Like,
I don't
for
like
sure.
naps. I don't like taking naps. I feel like you take a nap. I feel like once I wake up for the day, I'm not going back to sleep. Cause once I go to sleep, I'm done. Naps are like, cause my naps, like naps to me like 4 hours, 5 hours. How long your naps be? Or you just get it in when you get
like
it?
little power naps. Yeah,
That hurts.
definitely.
That drains me. I feel like that's teasing me. That teases my body.
No, I just be taking little power naps. Like they're necessary for like a single mom or whatever.
I feel it. All right, so with all that being said and stuff like that, so I feel like outside of all that, right, I feel like currently I'm dealing with like, okay, so I low-key had low-key, like, you know, I told you I wasn't going through no hoe phase no more, right? I told you I was stepping out my hoe phase.
Oh.
But like 72 hours ago, I had like a little slip up and I realized that like hoe phases come when you want them to come, right? And I feel like me, like, I don't know. I feel like I be having my hoe phase,
Right.
like, I feel like you
feel
get to pick
that.
and choose
Oh,
when you have
yeah.
your hoe phase.
Right.
Like, I feel like some people like, oh yeah, I'm done being a hoe. But shit, next week you might be a hoe again. I feel like sometimes you can put your hoe hat on. So, friend, when last time you put your, well, I don't know, do you have had a hoe phase before?
Yeah, I definitely had my hoe phase at the beginning of COVID.
Dead ass. I think everybody, I mean, you had no other option but to fucking stay in the house and fuck.
It was
Like,
bro.
I might as well be a hoe.
Like, I just did have, like, a little hoe phase. Like, and it was kind of bad because it got a little bad, friend. It got, like, really bad. But no, not bad in the hoe way. Like, bad
It
in,
got
like,
bad
a
for me.
toxic way. Like,
It always be like that. So you got like anybody that like, you got like a toxic ex that you love though?
no.
No? Me? I love my toxic ex. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga call me right now, I'm running. I'll leave this podcast right now. He call me right now, I'm out of here.
Yeah, so you
Oh
have
God,
one of
yeah,
those.
like it's
yeah,
that one person. No matter what, you can call me. I'm gonna answer the phone, and I'm gonna act like I don't want to be on the phone with you, but I'm gonna be mad if you hang up.
No, but
abruptly.
low-key, I really don't have one of those. I swear. I really
Oh,
don't.
that means
I
you
know.
strong. That means you strong.
I swear.
You strong.
Like, if I, like, got, like, super, like, corny, like, friend, I need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
I would just call my baby daddy.
I cry over
Because
me.
he's, like, and, like, my baby daddy's a truth. He's a good guy.
That's what's up. I'm happy to hear that. Everybody can say the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
So okay.
I had to treat him a lot, though, so.
What you mean? Like you have to like show him how to like be.
I have to
guess.
show him how to be a man. But yeah, no. So it's like, damn. Like, now he's mad.
Wait, so do you feel okay? So like, wait, like, okay, so I feel like
Yeah, I
relationships,
mean,
right?
like-
Did he have to show you things too, though?
No, he never showed me
That's
not
not
one damn
possible.
thing, I promise.
But you go, okay, so if you
That
had to
fool
show him
never showed me
something,
nothing, I swear.
so you didn't have to change nothing for him.
I think he put me on to one place, and I forgot what it was.
no,
It was
no
like-
bullshit like
He
that.
put me on to some, like, food or something.
Okay, so
like,
that means
one place.
he showed you patience,
One
though.
place out of all the million things I've ever put him on. No. I'm
showed you
sorry.
patience,
You
though.
don't know it. Our situation, though.
He probably showed you patience, though.
Okay, maybe he should be patient.
Ah,
Because-
see? We're gonna find a positive. We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna find a positive. He showed you
Okay,
motherfucking
fine,
patience.
Sure.
So I feel like outside of all of that, right? I feel like when we deal with, well, when I deal with my toxic ex, I'm asking for your advice, right? Because you strong, you stronger than me. So maybe you could reality check me, okay? All right. So my toxic ex, I've been dealing with this man for 7 years, 8 years now, actually.
Oh my gosh.
It's been bad for 5 of them. But I don't shake your head at me. I see you over there. You are not invisible. Okay. But it's been bad for 5 years. But I feel like no matter what, I really feel like I have hope that like one day it'll get like it'll be okay. Like I feel like
bad the majority of the time.
no, 5 years over 2. No, okay. Let me not say like 5 strong fucking. It's not all 12 months out of 5 years, y'all. It's probably just like 10 of them bitches. You know what I'm saying? So 5 times 2, that's 10 months. That's 10 months of positivity plus 2 years. So that's 10 plus 12. I don't know to do the math yourself. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like real shit. Like, I do feel like, okay, let me just say this. How do you feel like people that stay in relationships where it's kind of like you ever had a friend, like, I know I got some friends that be like, girl, like, stop messing with him. Like, they really be believing it. Like, delusion.
Yeah. No, I've definitely had, like, all different kinds of friends, like, in
Facts.
different kinds of relationships, and I've definitely had the friend where it's like, bitch, if you don't stop fucking with them, like, I don't know what to tell you, because, like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit there and just like dog someone whenever I'm not even in the situation. I don't really know like what's going on, because it's only like one-sided when your friend tells you anyway. But like I've had friends that are just like, this person never even considered them as like a significant other or a partner.
Same.
And they're like, you know,
In love.
Just, you know, like not even that, being on the internet and saying like, claiming this person that, you know, and then fighting with girls.
Oh no.
You know, and it's just like, that's crazy to me whenever that person doesn't even claim you. Now at that point, I don't even want to like be your friend.
But
to
in
be
some
honest.
points, do you not feel like? So I'm not trying to take up for the friend. But I feel like sometimes, like we all know, dudes would tell you stuff to you, but not everybody else. So like sometimes, like he probably was really telling that girl like, I love you, like I really want to be with you, like.
But at a certain point, you see that person over and over again with different females all the time, and it's like,
you gotta know. Something gotta click, Steven. Like, you gotta catch it on.
It's not making sense. No. But at the same time, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm like the type of friend that's like supportive, you know?
Yeah, you gotta be. But you also can't be. So I feel like that you can be supportive, but you also can't be a yes man. I feel like a lot of times people have friends. Yeah,
definitely.
A lot of people have friends that are like yes man, right?
Yeah.
Like,
we definitely, me and Auntie, for example, we keep each other accountable for everything.
So, okay, with y'all accountability, things like that, right? I feel like this. I have a friend who we keep each other accountable, but, like, we argue, too. Because, like, accountability sometimes doesn't look, like, nice.
I tell Auntie every
nice.
Single day, like, stay away from me.
You know, I be telling my friend, I be on the phone, I be like, one time I've been into her, and, like, my type of friend, she want to be a positive bitch all the time. Like, girl, sometimes I want to hear about let's shoot up the club. Like, sometimes I want to, like, pull up and slap his mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear that positive shit all the fucking time.
Oh,
and, like,
my gosh.
I'm so serious. Okay. But, like, one time, like, I was venting to her, and, like, she was finna say some positive shit, right? And I don't know if she about to say some positive shit, but I knew at that moment I didn't want to hear that shit. I'm venting, I don't know. I was like, and bitch, don't you start saying that positive ass shit on this fucking phone. And she was like, I wasn't going to say anything positive. But she was. She was. So do you ever feel like sometimes, like, when you vent to your friends, sometimes, like, you truly want, like, sometimes you truly be wanting your friends to, like, tell you, like, to do some bad shit. Like, sometimes one of my friends would be like, fuck it, let's, like, slice their fucking tires. Like, fuck it, let's put sugar in that gas tank. Like, fuck it. Like, I want that type of friend every now and then, though.
Well, then you should be friends with Auntie.
What's up, dog? Nice to meet you. Ready to ride. I ain't gonna lie. Because I feel like sometimes I just feel like sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta do it. Sometimes people really have you that fucked up. Oh, God. So I feel like with me, I feel like that's what, like, but I feel like with the person I was talking about, like the 5 years, 7 years, whatever the fuck, like, I just be so weak when it comes to that person. And I don't get why. So I feel like, would that be called me? You can check me. Is that me being in love or no? That's dumb. I'm stupid, huh?
It might be love. It might be lust. You know, like, maybe, like, comfort. You know, like, you don't want to. You already know that person. You already know what it's going to be and, like, how to control the situation, I guess, essentially, in a way.
Facts.
But
I feel it. I like the comfort thing. That sound right. I'm going to take comfort. I'm comfortable there, bitch.
Comfortable.
Period. All right, so outside of all that shit right there, right? So I feel like it's 2022 and we in the motherfucking time where I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if y'all motherfucking feel it, but gas hot in the bitch. Gas is almost $5 a gallon. They're saying 4, I see 5. All right, because when you round it up, that's 5, baby. So do you feel like right now, like with the gas being hot and things like that, like do you feel like sometimes like does it push your hustle or does it kind of make you kind of like not push your hustle, but like does it ever like detour you from like what your end goal can be? 'Cause I feel like right now a lot of people are like basically trying to do like fast money things. Like I ain't gonna lie, like tap into the bank accounts, PPP loans, all that stuff came back out of nowhere, full blown swinging. So I feel like everybody and mama really out here getting it. But I feel like I get it though. I get why they would do it. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I'm about 4 or 5 seconds from signing up for Bank of America and giving someone my bank account too. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, how you feel about all that? Because the economy terrible right now.
Yeah, I know it's really bad. But I just realized something whenever I was at dinner. Like my friend was like, you are just like rich energy, not per se like rich.
You gotta have rich energy though.
But yeah, so like I literally just have always been like this. I guess my dad manifested it in his own songs because he said, I don't think they know the value of a dollar. And like what your parents think about you is strong, okay? So he did this to me. essentially. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. But I be working, and I've actually just, like, if anything, like, this past year has shown me that, like, what I want to do, anything that I want to do, it makes money, like.
Facts.
And it's however much, like, however rich I want to be, just depends on how hard I want to work. Yeah. And, like, bro, I be having the Midas touch, like, I'm not even joking.
That's real to hear. So I feel like I'm going to ask you up here. So I realized, okay, so basically I've been Bucky, like, shaking the fact that I feel like I'm realizing that the podcast is growing, like, fast. And I feel like at this point, like, I'm learning. Kind of you said, like, I feel like when I finally could put all my effort into this fully, I know it can make money. I know it can do what I need to do, all that shit, right? Like, I know I can travel, all this shit, right? But I still have a 9 to 5. I'm a teacher. And I feel like I've got to the point where it's like every day I wake up to go to work, I damn near be like, fuck, I gotta go to work. And then I feel like sometimes I think, like, what I'm learning is that having a 9 to 5 generally is the reason why most people do not fulfill their, like, actual dreams. Because what I try to tell people all the time is, if you work for McDonald's, the person that is the CEO of McDonald's will never ever wants to fucking see you be a CEO of anything else because they want you to work for them.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people forget that, like, a lot of people, like, sow their energy into these, like, 9 to 5s. And nothing against people that have 9 to 5s, but I'm just trying to get y'all reality check about some situations, right? If you're doing your thing, do your thing, baby. But, like...
Right, like, if you're doing what you gotta do to make ends meet and you're happy and you're doing that and you're living for you and you have a happy life, you know, I would say, like, by all means necessary, but, you know, there's a lot of ways to make money.
And I feel like everyone should tap into their creative outlets. I feel like everyone, this may be dumb to you, I feel like everybody legit has some type of, like, talent.
For sure.
Someone's good. But there's people who think they have no talent.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I legit will ask people and they be like, I'm not good at shit. Yes, you are.
You can do anything you put your
I got one
mind to.
homeboy, he said he not good at shit, but he good at video games. I said, so get your ass on Twitch. Just be a fucking video game streamer. Make some money off that shit.
Hey.
Like, simple shit like that. So I feel like a lot of times I feel like people get so consumed on, like, I feel like money to us right now has become very kind of like, I don't know what the word is, but I feel like it's a distraction from, like, other shit that matters, right? I feel like there's so much in, like...
That's why I try not to, like, worry, like, whenever I'm like, how am I going to pay for my bills? Because I have a lot of bills. I have, like, a lot of bills. My daughter goes to, like, a really nice school. I have a really nice truck. And recently, like... this guy ran a red light and ran into me, but he didn't have insurance, and the camera was, like, facing the wrong way, so they couldn't prove that he was the one that ran the red light. That was with my daughter. Like, I'm not about to fucking run a red light and shit. So, anyways, and he, like, got arrested right then and there because he had warrants. But anyways, so they couldn't prove it, and, like, my insurance skyrocketed because of that, because they couldn't prove that, like, you know. And yeah, so I have, like, a lot of bills, but I, like, sometimes, like, if I ever feel like, how am I going to do this, I think about, like, my whole entire life, because I know this is kind of crazy, and, like, Auntie doesn't like whenever I say stuff like this, but I really don't care. But I feel like it's a slap in the face to God whenever I worry, because God has never let me down, like, not even once, like, ever. And so whenever I worry, because there's, like, really, like, serious things, like, my dad makes, like, crazy business decisions, like, from prison and stuff like that. So it's just crazy. So
I feel you. Nah.
Like, no, so I feel like in all my life, God has never let me, like, feel alone ever. Like, I never didn't have anything to eat, or even whenever I would run away, like, from my house, like, as a troubled teenager, I guess, like, and I didn't have any, like, money or whatever. Like, my mom would still send me, like, $20 a day, but I was just doing other stuff, and I was just trying to live, and I always, you know, had something to eat, for example, even in those, like, really horrible, like, rock bottom moments in my life whenever I was, you know, 18, 19 years old, like, doing crazy shit, because my mom was, like, super, super strict.
Same.
like on me and stuff like that. So God never even abandoned me, like when I didn't even know like to lean on God. So I feel like worrying is like a slap in the face to God. So like whenever I feel like, I know that's crazy, like
It's
because
not crazy.
everybody worries. I'm not saying that I don't ever worry.
It's not
Because
crazy.
like
though.
sometimes I'm like, you know, I get scared about my daughter because that's like the only thing I worry about is like at school, like going to school, is she gonna be okay? Like, you know, what if something happened like 9/11, like, you know, and I can't get to the other side of town,
I think
or
about shit
you
like
know,
that,
like that,
too.
like. So like, in those cases, I still give
think
that
about
to
shit like
God.
that.
At the same time, you know, give it to God, you know, because at the end of the day, that's what I believe in. Like, for example, Jesus died for us, like on our, like for our sins, and you know what I mean. So Jesus is our friend, our perfect parent. Like we have our parents on earth that aren't perfect, but we have to, you know, respect them, and you know we can even teach them.
Facts.
You know, you can even, the Bible says you can teach your parents. You know what I mean, and but. Yeah, but Jesus is our perfect parent, like our friend, you know, and God will teach you, like, things.
Facts.
So
I feel like with all that being said, right? So I feel like, okay, first of all, I don't feel like it's dumb to say, like, it could be a slap in the face. 'Cause I feel like I've heard that before, like, stop worrying about shit, because shit, like, you good. And I feel like another thing is just, like, you know, just to stay focused and staying grounded. 'Cause I feel like at the end of the day, like, when you do reflect on your whole life, like, when we all reflect on our life, like, we haven't really just been that fucking, like, all the way down and out, because of course, like, somebody been looking out for us no matter what. So it don't sound dumb, it don't sound crazy, and I also be thinking about shit like that, like, damn, what if somebody just fucking blow this bitch up right now? Like, I swear, I was just telling my friend the other day, I was like, damn, I be like, I get nervous going to the movie theater. Like, the movie theater is like my weakest link. Like, somebody just come in this hole and just get the clapping us in this motherfucker. Like, so I feel like, yeah, like,
So it's like,
is it? I feel like for me, it's a sense of
like
anxiety.
for me,
though.
like people are just, like, how do you guys go without not? Cause like, damn,
Without.
I would be like.
But when you say that
bro,
shit, people look at you like you
I would not
crazy.
be surviving. Like I swear, maybe like I'm weak, or like some atheist would be like, oh, cause she's weak, she gotta make up some shit about God or something. Like, but no, for real, like, cause like I don't even know how y'all are making it out there. Cause it's
I don't
crazy.
know.
It's a crazy world.
Facts. You gotta stay prayed up, my shawties. But anyways, y'all, we digress. So, with all that being said and things like that, okay, so when you look at, like, okay, so me, I know I have, like, this thing, like, with anxiety and things like that. Like, so I feel like anxiety sometimes for me, I feel like I overreact with my anxiety, right? But then I also realized recently, my anxiety comes from crowded places. Like, I can't be in the grocery store if there's a lot of people in there. And like, I feel like a lot of times I realize, like, if it's like, if I walk into a room full of people, like, I get nervous, or like, before I go into certain, like say if I have to go to the mall, Galleria. The Galleria gives me anxiety. I hate the Galleria. Too many fucking people. Right. So I feel like, do you have, like, but am I the only one that, like, do you get nervous about, like, crowded environments?
No, you're not the only one, especially since COVID, yeah.
That too, right? And I'm not saying, like, I'm out here just fucking, like, oh my God, fucking COVID. But it's like, all right. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
me
saying?
neither.
Like, it's like,
no, but yeah, no.
Some
And
shit's
in
like,
closed
okay, come
spaces,
on.
Even, like, the Galleria, like, for example, you go park in the parking garages and it's packed, like, so bad. Like, what about if you have to get out? Like, where do you go?
Packing dark. One time I had saw this lady, right? And I was younger. One time I saw this lady, right? This man had robbed her in the fucking parking garage of the Galleria. And, like, it was kind of like, that's why I don't like parking. I don't like parking in the Galleria no more unless it's fucking the bright side of it. Because I ain't gonna lie, you can be a lick at the Galleria. You fucking go to Forever 21, they gonna rob you for your Forever 21. Like, baby, you didn't even rob the bitch at the Louis Vuitton bag. Like, I just don't get it.
Okay, so I haven't even been.
The girl, not fuck the Galleria, because I'm gonna have to go for something.
Exactly. No, that's what I trust. Like, I trust in God, because it's like, bro, like, just don't even mess with me. I'm a child of God, like, for real.
Nah, period. Hey, look, baby, stop playing with me. If I pray for you.
For real,
Nah, period. You gotta be like this.
Just go the other way, because my God don't play about me.
Period. All right, so all that being said, okay, so when you look at, like, society and things like that, right? So do you feel like, as a society, like, do you feel like our generation, like, so do you feel like our generation has basically, like, lost itself into, like, social media and, like, jewelry and money and music and things like that? Or do you feel like we're more of just, like, a... I feel like, okay, this is how I feel. I feel like our generation is more just, like, a day-by-day livers. Like, no one's really, like, planning what's going to... the next 7 days may look like for them. Everyone's just trying to figure out right then and there. But at the same time, I feel like at the same time, like...
Well, you know,
like
we
that?
have had, like a really hard economic situation. Like, more so than other generations before us. You know, it's way harder for us.
Facts. No one believes us when we say that,
So,
though.
no, it's for real. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. No, for sure.
Facts. I feel like a lot of times, I feel like that's why I say, like, I don't judge certain people for some of their actions when it comes to, like, money right now. Don't rob nobody. I don't play that shit. Don't do that shit. But I
Right.
fight for them. Like, I said it earlier, but I wasn't playing. Like, I really feel like for people that, like, really, like, I can't do it because, bitch, I'm scared to go to jail. But, like, for motherfuckers that motherfucking be, like, fucking doing a little pee-pee
But at
lounge
the
like
same
that.
time, you gotta, like, treat others how you want to be treated for sure. Like, you don't
Facts.
want to be doing bad stuff out there and then
what you put out will come
something,
back.
you know, like, happen to your sister or your
Type
own
shit.
mother. Like, that's the reason why I can't do it. Like, because I have a daughter, you know, like,
Facts. I get
like
that, yeah.
not even that I would ever consider robbing anyone. Or
Oh, nah. Fuck the
anything
robbing
like
shit.
that.
I'm scary.
I'm just saying, like, if it came down to it, but, like, yeah, I'm just, like, a firm believer in sticking to, you know, getting, you know, you'll be blessed if you do things the right way, you know?
Facts. So I feel like this. I feel like sometimes, right? So outside of like all of that, right? I feel like I'm saying this basically. I feel like sometimes though, I feel like when we look at like other communities and like other like just people that grew up in different situations, right? I feel like
Right.
sometimes like there is some people's only like fucking solutions to situations, right? And I feel like yes, it's
Right,
like
I
a bad
feel you.
solution, but I feel like sometimes look at like how some people are brought up. And like, cause you know, education
don't
is
know
not.
better.
They don't know better,
Right,
yeah. So I
okay.
feel like education is not given to like everybody the same way it's given to like certain people, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can may go to like it can all be public schools, but every public school doesn't look the same. There's some
Mm-hmm,
public schools that are very fucking shitty.
Okay.
So I feel like when I look at certain people who do certain things, like sometimes I don't judge them because I really feel like
I feel like you can't judge anyone.
you know.
Because at
facts.
the same time, you can't blame a pecan pie for having pecans in it.
Exactly. I like that. I've never heard that.
My dad tells me that all the time.
That's cute.
Yeah,
I like
I
that.
know.
I've never heard that. That's really
Seriously,
cute as fuck.
like, even sometimes, like, I catch myself, like, judging someone because it's natural to judge.
It
you
is.
look at someone and you look at their shirt, you look at their shoes, like, do you like it or not? Like, that's judging. It's, like, in human nature to have a thought. And, like, essentially, it's a judgment. But, like, the important factor in this is, like, do you think that you're better than someone because of this or because of the shirt? Like, you may not like their shirt, but do you think that you're better than them because you don't like their shirt? That's like the difference. If you act on it and not liking someone or thinking that you're better than someone or, like, you know, because of that, that's an action. So, like, you're not supposed to, like, you can have a judgment, but, like, you're not supposed to act on it.
Facts.
You know, so
So do you ever feel like you have what is your opinion on the emotion of jealousy? Have you ever feel like you were jealous of something? I do. I get jealous. But I feel like same thing I used to say. I feel like it's if I act on my jealousy or if I'm a spiteful bitch or my jealousy. I feel like it's natural to be jealous.
yeah, it's natural to be jealous,
I
right?
feel like it's one time I ain't gonna lie to you,
I
I
would
ordered some
think so,
food at
too.
Popeyes and I wish my friend I should got that what they ordered, but I didn't get that. So I was a little jealous, like damn, bitch, should have ordered that shit. That's jealousy. So I feel like sometimes I feel like we have to like I feel like we should normalize jealousy.
Okay, that happens to me all the time.
Type shit. Like you like, damn, I should have got that drink because my drink nasty. So I feel like little shit like that. I feel like sometimes I feel like we have normalized every emotion, but like the bad
Right.
emotion. I feel like I don't like the fact that we have things called bad emotions. Like, oh, you shouldn't be angry. Oh, you shouldn't
Right.
be mad. Like I feel like,
Exactly.
but that's the problem with a lot of people who are raging, who have anger management issues, who don't not express their issues. Because I feel like it's boxed into that's a bad emotion. You should never tap into that emotion. But the
Okay,
reason why they're
wait,
so fucking
hold on.
what's up?
So I feel like I'm cheating because
Why?
I have a therapist, and so she helps me. So, like, yeah, I feel like I know. So I have, like, anger issues, and so she, like, always validates my anger issues, and she tells me, like, it's okay to be angry.
It is.
And, like, and she always tells me that I have, like, whenever I tell her about situations that I get mad about, she's like, you have, like, every right to be angry. But the thing is that when you act out of that anger, so, like, say my dad, like, triggered me, like, really bad, instead of just, like, telling him, like, how I feel or whatever in that moment, like, what the fuck, like, don't talk to me like that. Like, I'm not some fucking, excuse me, nigga off the street, because my dad, he was raised in an all-black a community, so, like, he tells me, like, don't ever, like, because I tell him, like, he can't say the N-word, like, nigga or whatever, and I tell him, like, don't, like, you know, it's a different time, like, nowadays, and he's like, he just like doesn't believe like
Yeah,
he
but-
thinks like he's like black because his brothers are black and he grew up in an all black neighborhood and like and he tells me like, you know, and I tell him not to say you know, and my dad, you know, he'll be like triggering me and stuff like that, and I don't know. You know, I kind of lost track of what we were talking about.
So I feel like, okay, so I'm going to loop you back then.
Wait,
so I
where
feel
were we
like,
talking about?
I'm going to loop you back. I'm just loop you back so I can help you. Let me just help you.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like this. I feel like you said earlier, we have to just teach our parents things, right? And we can't expect, a lot of times my friends tell me, like, we can't have expectations of the outcome that we want our parents to accept what we say to them, right? So I feel like we could tell our parents all this, like, oh yeah, don't drink soda because it's bad for your heart. But if our parents been drinking soda for this many years, it's gonna be kind of difficult to make them stop drinking soda, right? So I feel like this is kind of just like in that situation, you're telling your dad, don't say this or don't do that because, like, you know, this is the climate that we're in and things like that, right? I feel like, I'm not gonna say he'll never get it, but he probably would never get it. And it's okay for him to never get it, right? Because I feel like he's not a child. So he's kind of set already in his things, right? And I feel like it's kind of hard to shake somebody. I'm sure he's like probably 30 plus. Like, shake somebody, be like, hey, after they already been there for 30 years. To have a habit takes 21 days. So
Yeah.
imagine doing that for 21 years. That's damn near your lifestyle.
No, your
and
whole
I feel
life.
like, your whole fucking life. So I feel like, yes,
Yeah.
eventually it may click one day, right? But it's got to be that one day, right? But don't ever get fucking frustrated because they're not fucking doing it. Don't let that be like a trigger to you. 'Cause
Exactly.
I feel like you guys only
No,
stressing
not
yourself
even
out.
that, but like just say that I was to get angry at my dad for like a certain reason, like you need to calm down, like or whatever, because me and my dad, we talk to each other like in a certain way. Like my dad's from the streets, so he'll talk to me like say like nothing in life comes for free, like and so he'll like give me like a really hard time about like a lot of things, and he'll say things like I'm just like somebody off the streets, like I'm not even his daughter type of thing. So no, don't get me wrong, me and my dad have like a great relationship, and
They just have like little
but
moments,
whenever
roadblocks.
yeah, like we have situations a lot, and instead of me getting angry, my therapist has taught me to like not say anything. I don't have to respond
You don't.
whenever you feel like that, and then you can go back into yourself afterwards. You could just be like, hey, I'll talk to you later, or like, hey, I'ma just let you go or whatever. You don't have to respond in that anger, and then
True.
you can go back and think about why you're angry and say, hey, like, I really don't like this, or in a calm way, because whenever you tell someone, like, for example, if you want someone to really get your point across, you don't want to tell them in an aggressive way because they'll get defensive.
True.
And so you really got to take that moment back, because if you really want them, if you really care about that person, like I really care about my dad and I want him to understand why he hurts me, then I'm going to wait and say, like, think about what I really got to say when I'm calm.
To make sure the message gets across
So
properly,
he can
though.
hear me.
Type shit,
Like,
yeah.
because if I just get mad and because my therapist told me whenever you're angry, because you're in the right, they just offended you or they just said some absurd stuff, like, or whatever, you have the right to be mad. But then if you really care about them and want to make a change, hey, if you don't really care about him and it's this guy, some guy on the street, you want to just say, fuck you, like,
I feel you.
like, just say it. But, like, if it's your dad or something, or, like, your friend, and you really care about them, you want them to understand what they did to you, then just wait, I would say.
So do you ever feel like sometimes, I feel like I learned this like recently, like what I had to do a few weeks ago. Do you ever feel like sometimes your peace would be more important than a relationship? And do you feel like sometimes a break is needed to like you get yourself together first, right? Because I feel like sometimes what we do is, how I said earlier in a relationship, when I was like talking about the dude, we sometimes can lose ourselves, not just in relationships, but even with like families and like friends and just anything. You can lose yourself in anything. You lose yourself in fucking playing a fucking game or some shit. So I feel like we lose
Take a
ourselves.
shot, friend.
Okay. It ain't nothing to me.
Wait, okay, I'm sorry for interrupting you. Please.
Nah,
keep
you
going.
good. Let me pour the shot down. Hold on. But yeah, I feel like sometimes like we end up like losing ourselves in people, and I feel like sometimes we want these people to like behave in such a certain type of way. You got to behave in such a certain type of way that I feel like it probably would like never be that because we're trying to push it. And I feel like that's when we lose ourselves. That's when we stress ourselves out. And I feel like you just got to choose yourself, friend, and start choosing yourself. And I feel like you're trying to work. I feel like you are working on choosing yourself for sure, right? But I feel like a lot of times, I feel like maybe in your situation, in everybody's situation, it's sometimes hard to choose yourself when there's so many people that like want to allow you to choose yourself and be authentically yourself without anything else attached to yourself. So be yourself and step in yourself.
Right.
That's all it takes.
Totally agree.
And once you find yourself, baby, you're going to be happy. You're going to turn up. You're going to be that girl.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, babe.
Cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
That shit good as fuck, though. I hate to digress, but that shit good as fuck.
Next time I'm going to bring a full one.
Nah, that shit good as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, so I do like that, though, for I do feel like, I like that you have a therapist. I do like that she, like, he listens to you and like accepts that you have anger. I love that for you, right? And I feel like I want you to also, though, I feel like outside of your therapy, I want you to accept that you have anger. I want you to accept that you also can feel that way. And I feel like because you have a daughter, and you know what type of parent you want to be to your daughter. You know what type of parent that you don't want to be to your daughter. You know what type of parent you do want to be to your daughter, right? So I feel like keep doing the healing that you're doing for yourself. Keep being the best fucking mom that you can be for your fucking daughter. Cause I feel like, and I feel like the timing of us having this conversation, like I don't know if you saw the shit or not, but I kind of like had a call with my people. So I feel like it's kind of like we have to just be the best people. We have to be what we didn't get, and we for other people, right? Because we do not hurt people. And a lot of times, right, those wounds that we want to get healed, and I'm realized I learned this shit yesterday. That's what's crazy. I'm talking about it. The wounds that we want so bad to be fucking healed, baby, just put a Band-Aid on it and keep going and be a better person at this point. Because some point it's like you talking to a brick wall, and sometimes like I said,
yeah, no, I saw
it will feel like
I saw your podcast live with your mom.
Yeah.
And she was gaslighting you bad. No, but I love your mom. She's so sweet. No,
nah,
I like
thanks. Good person,
but she had a hard time accepting what you were trying to say. And I think that would be a lot of moms it would be hard to hear that you hurt your baby. So it's totally understandable.
Because when you actually look at that situation, right, they probably was really trying to do the best they could fucking do. But sometimes the best is not always the best, right? And I feel like let's put a prime example, right?
Not.
You're gonna be the best mom that you could be, right? And your daughter still probably gonna have some shit to say,
right?
Like,
she's gonna
still gonna have shit to say. Like, there was that one time you didn't give me that prize.
She's 4 years old. I tell her to hit the road, Jack.
That's just sometimes you got to. So I feel like it's understandable. I feel like all I say is like we just want to be heard. And we want to be respected. So I feel like, and I do know we're going to be as better persons, like better parents, that when they do come to us with the shit they want to say, we're going to listen to them. And we know not to go in defense mode. And I feel like that's all it takes is. And I feel like we're learning. We're living witnesses of realizing what we don't want to do to the person that's coming after us, right? I want kids. Sorry. A lot of times the reason I'm doing the healing is because I am preparing myself to lucky do the process of having a child.
Right, exactly.
I'm fucking prepared. I'm ready.
So, like, my daughter will, like, kind of scream at me and stuff, but it's just, like, my mom will... I look at her and I'm just like, if, you were me,
the reaction would be different.
I tell her because my grandma, her grandma, my mom is like, everything to her, the nicest, the best. And I'm just like, if you were me and I was screaming at my mom like that, I would have been slapped in my face. Like, I don't care if I was 4 years old, you know? So it's like...
It's hard to see.
If you don't stop, but I think that I let my daughter, like, get her anger out, like, and she's a little girl, so I do be getting on her dad's ass, too. I'm like, I don't care what she does to you, like.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes, a lot of times, like, when you shun them for the behavior, right, sometimes that's their way of expressing each other. You could redirect how they're expressing it, right?
Right. You could talk to them.
But don't be in that motherfucker talking about some, man, stop right now, but that's not how you're supposed to feel. I don't want to hear it. No, baby, let me hear it, but you're going to tell me in a different way. You're going to talk to me in a different way, because at the end of the day, you still love mama.
Recently, I've been kind of, like, getting frustrated because she cries for, like, a lot of, like, unnecessary stuff, and I'm just like,
it'd be like
if
that,
you
though.
don't
That just
stop
come with
crying right now.
That just come with it, though. That just come with it. That's part of the game, though. I already know that's part of the game.
Get
like,
on your ass.
I was with my cousin and her son. We was in some restaurant, and I've never seen him like throw a temper tantrum. And I was just like, oh, what the fuck? Like,
I just have to tell my daughter, I'm like, do you never want me to take you to a restaurant again? She's like, okay, Mom. I gotta tell her.
Kids love food.
I gotta tell her about like 1,500 times before we leave the restaurant. Like, I'm gonna never bring her to a restaurant again. But I just keep telling her now.
What was your cousin's kid doing?
He was like just passing out, like church pass out. Like, it was like, what's going on? Like, I've never seen him do that. But like, then it's kind of like with every kid. I don't know if your daughter does. They be fucking faking. They don't even be fucking mad. They just want some attention. So he was like not even crying, just yelling for no reason. So I feel like a lot of times, I feel like, I don't know what it is. I wish one day I could just be in the child's head to know, like, what the fuck's going on.
My daughter, well, I already know what my daughter's problem is. She has to be the center of attention at all times.
She a girl, though.
Yeah.
Princess. You already know how the game goes. That's girls. Every girl's like that. But I feel like with boys, I don't know. I think boys are really attached to their... Do you feel like that's true? Like, do you feel like boys are attached to their moms and daughters are attached to their dads?
Well, I'm a single parent, and my daughter's always been, like, my protector. So if her dad even, like, says anything to me, she's like, I'm gonna whoop your ass, Dad. Like, she'll punch that fool in the face. Like, before, whenever she was, like, only, like, I know this is kind of sad, but yeah, she was, like, only, like, 2 years old, like, punching your dad straight in the face every time her dad would, like, ask for a kiss and stuff. So my daughter is, like, the definition of a mama's girl.
That's good, though. That means you have a good... Nah, it's good for sure. That means you have a good relationship. That means, like, y'all already building a bond, right?
Yeah,
I know, like, all that other stuff. But, like, you still got to highlight, make sure she's still connecting with her dad and stuff like that, though.
No, yeah.
But, yeah, but I feel like at least she protecting you. Cause I feel like at the end of the day,
if anything, I'm the reason why her and her dad even have a relationship, like, for real. But, you know, I'm the main one, like, making sure she's polite to her dad and, like, nice to her dad and, like, loves her dad. But I tell her dad, like, her dad was, like, kind of, you know, fucked up and abusive whenever she was only a year old, and I would, or like a newborn, and I would tell him, like, you can't do this because the first year of a newborn's life, you're making them. They might not remember the first year of their life, but that's the year that they're being made. The first year is the year that they absorb the most information.
Thanks.
And so, like, he would yell at me and, you know, be crazy, and he didn't understand he was making her to not like him. So I'm not the one to, you know, I never blame myself. You know, he would blame me, like, oh, you're the reason why she's this way towards me. Like, no, you are. So I've never felt bad for that.
I feel like children pick up on energy.
If anything, I tell her to be nice to her dad. Like, that's not right. You respect your dad.
So when did you, like, okay, so when did you know enough was enough, right? 'Cause I feel like a lot of times people, like, be in relationships, right? And someone told me that today. And I feel like, okay, I was talking about the dude I was talking to, right? But I finally realized enough was enough for, like, other situations, right? So, like, when did you know, like, okay, you know what, like, fuck this shit. I can't do this shit. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like, we can be cordial, baby, cute cordial, but, yeah, just fuck this shit. Because some people don't know. Some people don't be knowing.
Okay, so me and my baby daddy broke up, you know, whenever my daughter was 6 months old. But then a year later, I feel like, or a year and a half later, maybe 2 years later, we got back together for, like, a brief, like, 3 months. And I think we were, like, playing around in the kitchen, and I pretended like I was gonna, like, I don't know, like, step on him, like, or it was just like we were playing around in the kitchen, like we were trying to, like, get each other and, like, playing around. But I was just playing, so I, like, stuck my foot out, but, like, I didn't put it on his foot. And so he did it back to me, but he actually stepped on my foot. But, like, he's like a, and I didn't even step on his foot in the first place. Like, I was just, like, me joking around, like, acting like I was going to get him, you know, like that. So he did it back to me, but he actually stepped on me. But, like, I wear a size 6. Like, my foot is very small, and that fool is like a Shrek. So his, like, feet, he has, like, flat feet. And so, like, he stepped on me, and it really hurt, like, really bad. And so I was really mad, and I think that you know, I told him, like, you know, like, I'm leaving, like, that's not cool, like, because I didn't even do anything to him first, like, you know, not even that, like, the fact that he would do that to me was just, like it, you know, I don't like, because we've already had, like, altercations, like, I've already known, like, how this fool is, like, in his anger issues in the past. So, like, we start fighting, and it wasn't even, like, a big deal until, like, my then he like looked at my daughter whenever my daughter was like only like 2 years old, and he goes, and my daughter's like super smart. Like she's been talking since she's like a year old, but she's had like a baby voice, so you can't really understand her. But like as her mother, she's been saying so many things like since she was just a year old. So like when she was 2, she was already like saying full sentences. Her dad looked at her in the eyes and was like, "Your mom's a crazy bitch, and your mom's a crazy bitch." And my mom's like, and then she turns around and she goes. She goes, "Shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot." And like honestly, like at that moment, I was like, it broke my heart that my 2-year-old daughter like said that for me. Like, this is gonna be like the craziest episode you've ever
it's real
had.
though. I feel like that's natural.
No, but yeah. So, like, when she said that, I was like, I never want to put my daughter through anything like this ever again. I will never put my daughter through this. So, like, since then, I've been single. Like, I just don't believe there's any relationship worth it. Like, maybe whenever she's, like, gone and grown, like, maybe I can start my toxic shit again. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... No.
It's cool.
I'm from Houston, baby. My bad. But, yeah, so maybe when she's grown or whatever, but...
Okay, cool. So if we wrap it up, I'm gonna be at 100 because I don't want to like shoot the shit with you because the After Zarty podcast, I'm gonna be 100. Okay, so my last question before we wrap it up and things like that, right? So, I want to see how I'm gonna talk about it, but yeah, let's see how I'm gonna do it. I'm thirsty actually. Hold on. Y'all good?
Yes, everything's great.
Okay, so a lot of times I had this happen right with another person. And I kind of had, like, was confused by it, and I guess I'm lucky kind of just like, okay. So, do you feel like, I don't know how you even work the shit. So, I'm going to just work the shit the best way I can, and then we just go from there, right? Yeah. Okay, so, like, on the thing, right? So, I feel like in y'all race, in your culture and all that shit, right? Y'all say nigga a lot?
I would say, yeah, in Houston.
Okay, so I feel like this, right? I feel like, why is that normalized? Because I feel like, yeah, like, I'll get you on a podcast. It's like, cool, that's how you talk. Be comfortable, all that shit. It's cool, it is. But I feel like I ain't gonna, like, shoot the shot. I'm gonna address it because it's like, okay. So I feel like this girl one time, she was talking to me, right, like a few weeks ago. And she had, like, just dropped it to me. And it was like that was my first time ever hearing the shit. And it was like I was caught off guard. So then I feel like now I feel like in middle school, shit like that, like I feel like I used to hear people say that shit, but I was like, it's in middle school, of course we kids. So I feel like why is it normalized, like, for y'all culture? Okay, so I feel like this, right? You were saying like you tell your dad don't say it, right? But then it's like you casually had just said it too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
I'm like literally trying not to say it because like for example, I hang out with Jarvis and Juice like a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like the people that I'm around every day. So like it's natural like whenever I say it like on accident. But I don't like to, I want to correct myself to where I completely say it. Don't say it in my vocabulary. Like, because I feel like it's just something that I naturally say a lot because it's just how I talk and the people around me talk like that too.
So I'm going to just say, so the very last time I'm going to do like this. So like, I feel like there's always been like this weird thing with like, the culture with like black people and I guess I'm gonna talk like Hispanics, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. All right, so black people and Hispanics, right? And I feel like there's always like this weird like, okay, cool, like love and hate thing. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's just on the black people's side or that's on y'all side too, but I feel like it's kind of like do y'all sense that too? No,
for sure. I've had a lot of black friends growing up and a lot of their parents don't like me because they think that maybe I want to be, because I feel like back in the day, like whenever slavery was around and stuff, like Mexicans were being slaves too, and I feel like if they acted a certain way or if they conformed to like being the white, you know, and didn't like Negro or whatever, like, that they would be accepted, so they would hate on black people, like, or think that they're better than black people. So I totally understand that side of it. And on that side, like, that's the reason why I don't want to say that word, because it's not my word to say, right? So 100%, like, I apologize for saying that, for sure.
Oh, no, you're good. I just want to, like, lucky.
But I'm just saying, like, because for real, like, I promise that's just how I talk. That's how I talk my whole life. My dad's from South Park, so he calls me a nigga on a regular. So, like, he says he a nigga. He say if I tell my dad, please don't say that word, he says, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna die with my niggas, like, on the street, like, you know, so, yeah, but, like, I just say it because that's how a lot of, you know, I just know that it's wrong, because I don't want, because then I do have my racist family, you know, that's not like my dad. Thank God my dad wasn't racist.
Real quick, I'm gonna ask you a question. So I feel like this. So if you have a racist family, you know that shit, why the fuck did you keep saying nigga to me just now, like 3 times?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, but stop saying it. I feel like, and it's kind of awkward because you got me sitting in this weird position, right? And I feel like, damn, like, it's like, nah, it's just like, damn, I gotta address it, like, and I'm trying to beat up the bush, but like, baby, stop fucking saying it. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't see how it's not clicking in your head that I'm sitting here as a black ass person, you just keep fucking saying it. Like, stop fucking saying it.
Okay, I won't
like, that's
say
like
it.
me getting this motherfucker start saying all the derogatory shit.
This is my lesson learned. I'm probably never gonna say it ever again in my life.
Yeah, let's digress from that shit. But anyways, baby, yeah, I don't know who you be around, your black friends, all that shit, whoever feel comfortable saying that shit. And I know you say you hang out with such, I'm gonna get on his ass too. But you know, take it out your vocabulary, cause that's a no-go. Cause we all can sit here and say negative shit about y'all. That's the same thing. I feel like, yeah, and you know your history and you very intelligent. I know you're intelligent, but I feel we're talking about the shit and you kept dropping it 3 times. Like, I feel like at some point it's kind of like, baby girl, like, when it's gonna click to you that you sitting next to a nigga, like. So I feel like,
see you like that, I
no, you know, you're not supposed to. Of course not. I would hope you wouldn't. But I'm just saying in general, like, I can say this shit and I can call everybody shit. And like, when I have my niggas on my shit, have my niggas on my shit. But I ain't coming here calling you that. And I never slipped up and touched that shit. Kind of my vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? And I know negative words that are for y'all community, but I didn't slip up and say that shit not one time. So I feel like, you know, it's negative and you know you're talking to you on a nigga podcast, I feel like you shouldn't be saying the word nigga.
Yeah, I didn't mean it like that at all.
But yeah,
that's just in my
cool.
vocabulary on the basis.
But other than that, baby girl, you know, I really want you to work on your anger and stuff like that. Be the better person that you can be. Learn from all the stuff that you're learning. I feel like you are working. You're doing the self-healing and stuff like that. You're gonna be you are a great mom. You're gonna continue to be a great mom. You're gonna fucking rock as a fucking mom. Of course, like I said, step in your truth. Walk on your own. Just come out of the shadow and just, you know, be you, girl. Turn up, be yourself, you know, all that good stuff like that. And I feel like you're going to be perfectly fine and things like that. But other than that, you have anything last you want to say?
Thank you.
No problem. That. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
I just want to say that I hope you have the best journey that you could possibly have on your podcast. And if you ever want me to come back,
for sure,
I would be grateful to do that. And
gotta do a motherfucking mukbang.
I really had a good time, and I'm really glad that you kept me accountable for that, because I already know I was starting to get uncomfortable, like, you know, probably trying to explain myself but not doing the best, you know, at
and it's understandable, and I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm happy that you were able to talk about shit. It would just be like bullshit if I didn't address the shit, because I do it with everybody else. So it'd be kind of like I would look stupid just sitting here like, girl, like, you know, I want you to be yourself. But I also feel like I appreciate you for also, like, even when you say you was like, you know, my bad, like, you were accountable for the shit. You're accountable, because some people would in deflect mode, like, I don't give a fuck, as we both know. So it's kind of like, girl,
no, I know, because this is a conversation I have on a daily basis with him. He tells me not to do that, and I try to say, you know, like, this is me, you know, but it's not right, and I can't, you know, I'm already a grown-ass woman. It's time to, you know, really, 27 is being about who I really want to be, I feel like, and I think that this really kind of
You're still young.
Step me,
that's not grown.
like, on the next pace,
You're still young, friend. You're not grown yet. You still in your 20s. Okay, but anyway, I get what you're saying, though, and I appreciate that. So we good for sure. But anyways, y'all, we actually over time, though. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for coming to the motherfucking After Zarty podcast. What's your Instagram name so I can follow you?
Carley Amore.
CAR.
LEY
Okay, yeah.
AMOR.
Period.
Yes.
At this point, y'all should be on motherfucking Instagram Live, tapping in with the motherfucking After Zarty podcast. Make sure you follow me at below Zions motherfucking View. Tap in, send me some stuff to my P.O. box. I'm gonna have a P.O. box by the time this come out. I'm gonna go give me one. I'm gonna go give me a little nice one because the old one I had is in a different city. Give me some motherfucking merch, baby. What else? And go join my Discord group. It's gonna be in the description and good stuff like that. What else? Am I missing something? Oh, I got a party coming. I'm gonna be dropping a flyer soon. Oh. And I'm going on tour, motherfuckers. So make sure y'all motherfucker drop in the comments where y'all want me to go and things like that. I'm going on tour in a motherfucking few weeks. And, like in a few weeks. I forgot. But, yeah, in a few weeks. So make sure y'all drop in the comments. They planning my tour right now. So if I come to your motherfucking city, make sure y'all pop out tour.
Is it?
I'm doing a podcasting tour. So I'm doing live shows and things like that. And I'm going to do, like, certain interviews with certain people, like, smaller ones, like, one-on-ones. How I did with you.
On the road?
Yeah.
Dope. That's fucking awesome.
Yes, baby. I'm getting the fuck out of Houston. But yeah, but I'm gonna stay in Houston. Gonna be a home base in Houston. But I'm gonna travel and like meet different people because I feel like at this point I'm realizing that I gotta go out there and start meeting people. Because I know you be on tour too, girl. So yeah, turn up.
That's the best way. Yeah, for sure. To meet the people.
Is it tiring though?
Yes. Yeah. But how often are you gonna do it?
I'm about to do like a week straight, like 2 weeks straight. Or should I space it out more for my first one?
I go out like almost every weekend.
That's tiring?
Yeah, I mean, I put breaks in between that are pretty good.
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna see how I feel. I'm gonna do like a little smaller one first. Probably go to like Dallas, Galveston, little bullshit like that first, and then, cause I feel like me trying to drive and fly everywhere, I'm be tired like a motherfucker, jet lag like a hoe. But anyways, y'all, we digress. Make sure y'all comment y'all motherfucking city below and let me know where the fuck y'all want me to come to, y'all. Thank y'all for watching the podcast. I really hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And I thank you for coming too, friend. You are more than welcome to come back for sure. So we can talk about other stuff and things like that.
Thank you.
And turn the fuck up in this motherfucker. But good night, y'all.
Right. Turn up.
Adios, amigos. Oh, you didn't do it? You gotta say it in Spanish. Come on.
Adios, cabrones.
I don't know what that means, but adios. Bye, y'all.
On the way to the party, excuse us for the tardy. Had to pick up a Mari and cop some Bacardi. Bartenders pour some shots, so I'm starting to get high. You ain't the 5-ish, I think not. You can't stand in this spot. Oh, out to the DJ. This a song you finna play. Let me grab that mic. Oh, I'm feeling right. Ain't no worries, ain't no stress tonight. We a little drunk, so be polite. Staring at me, oh, what a light. I guess you got some stage fright. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. We gon' go all night, we gon' go all night. Don't care we do it right, who cares we do it right? We gon' live our life, we gon' live our life. I ain't no sleep tonight, I ain't no sleep tonight. We gon' go all night, we gon' go all night. Don't care we do it right, who cares we do it right? We gon' live our life, we gon' live our life. I ain't no sleep tonight, I ain't no sleep tonight. I got you on the dance floor, and you feeling yourself, you tryna let me know what you all about, trying to figure me out, talking about you on the 19 and 69. Club close at 2, ain't leaving my friends for you. What you really tryna do? I'm not really good at taboo, dancing for too long. It's bouncing like ping pong. So before the night ain't wrong, better make a move on this song. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. We gon' go all night, we gon' go all night. Don't care we do it right, who cares we do it right? We gon' live our life, we gon' live our life. I ain't no sleep tonight, I ain't no sleep tonight. We gon' go all night, we gon' go all night. Don't care we do it right, who cares we do it right? We gon' live our life, we gon' live our life. I ain't no sleep tonight, I ain't no tonight.